and welcome back to my channel. My name is Carolyn and this is my Flosstube channel, Carolyn Stitches, a channel about cross stitch. I may share some quilting or some knitting or crochet, but it's mostly about cross stitch and my journey in cross stitch. Today is Saturday, October 2nd. I'm not sure if I said that already, but it is a Saturday, October 2nd. I'm in a little different setup in the room in my house. I'm in my living room. We had windows installed this week. I'll get into that later, but I have this quilt top temporarily hanging in the window and I think it looks so pretty and I just wanted to film in front of it. So since I'm in my living room, there's a greater chance that our one cat Quill may make an appearance. He's already been up here on our coffee table one time. He may come back. So if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. If you are new to my channel, welcome. I hope you enjoy and we'll stick around. I will have haul at the end and let's see here. Yeah, haul at the end. So if you don't want to see the haul, but it's been a crazy couple weeks. I've been on vacation this past week and we had windows installed. If you follow me on Instagram, I'm on Instagram also. My Instagram is a fiber freak on Instagram. We had windows installed this week and it was a little bit of a fiasco. They were supposed to be here Monday, 4-hour window. 4-hour window came and went. Nobody showed up. So we got on the phone calling and found out, oh yeah, it won't be today. It's nice if you would have called because the house was tore apart. You know, all the furniture back 3 feet from the walls. My sewing room's torn apart. Window treatments were down out of the windows. They came out on Tuesday. We had 9 windows total replaced plus a sliding glass door. So they were wonderful when they got here and did it. They replaced all the windows, the slider. It looks great having new windows. We had old original windows to the house. We're like in a condo to the unit, and they were 30 plus years old. Awning windows. They were great when they worked, but they stopped working long ago and couldn't open them. But we have the new impact windows in Florida, which is nice, and it's so quiet. We don't hear anything from outside, and I'm already noticing it's keeping the house cooler, which is nice. So we spent for Tuesday vacuuming, sweeping, mopping, dusting, cleaning up our house from the mess of the window install and putting our house back together. And yeah, we dealt without curtains for a couple nights. I tacked this quilt up in the window. The only thing I had big enough to cover the window, and I think it's beautiful. I kind of want to keep it there with the sun shining in, but we do have window treatments to put in there. And then we've spent like every night this week installing new blinds and new shades in the windows and getting those installed. So I think tonight we're going to put this one in, and then we got to still wait for inspection. That was supposed to be Friday, yesterday, but thank goodness I called about that in the morning and come to find out, yeah, we didn't get on a schedule in time. Even though we were supposed to, we didn't get on a schedule in time. So that's going to come out next week. And then next week we have like an impact door being installed. It's nice to have stuff being done on the house. It's long overdue, but it's a lot of work. It's a lot of cleanup. One of our next things, we would be tackling our master bedroom. And on top of all this, we kept having their repair guy for the association came wanting to repair a wall in our closet. And it's like, yeah, you can't. My cats are locked in there from the repairs and, you know, the rest of the house. So you'll have to come back. So let's get into it. What have I been working on? I have notes. I have a stack of whips. I have SAL. I got a stack of haul. I have no finishes. I have been stitching like crazy. I have not gotten as much stitching in this week as I wanted. I had all these grand plans of I was going to have all this stitching, but it didn't turn out that way. I did make a trip to my LNS, local needlework shop, the Cross Stitch Cupboard, and Wilton Manors, basically Fort Lauderdale, Florida. And I got some goodies from there. Went to two quilt shops with my mom. on Thursday. Got a lot of stitching in yesterday, and today I'm kind of torn. I want to go to the shelter, the cat shelter where you adopted my kitties, and volunteer there today, but I'm kind of just still trying to de-stress on my vacation and relax because I go back to work on Monday and I still want to relax. So I may do the kitties. If I don't do the kitties today, I'm going to do the kitties next Saturday and go to the shelter and volunteer at the shelter. So what have I been working on all week? So the first, not all week, because it's been like 2 weeks maybe? I think I made this sooner video than the last one. So I think it's been 2 weeks. So what I've been working on is quite a few things. I've had some new starts, some stitch-alongs I started. But the first thing I've been working on is Let's Talk Autumn by Hands On Design. And I'm stitching this on 32 count Lagana in Lava Chocolate by Fiberlicious. And I did finish the word pumpkin patch and got all the leaves in. Oh, this, where I'm sitting here today, that is a good representation of the color. So yeah, I got finished pumpkin patch and did all the leaves. So this is like half done. I just need to finish stitching it, and when I'm done, it should be able to fit in a 8x10 frame. And then when I'm done with autumn, I will start winter. And I have this one in a bag made for me by Just Crossing Stitches. I sent her some fabric and she custom made me some bags. The next one I worked on is, and I love this one, I have worked on this so much, the Blue Flower Moonlight Sampler, and I started a stitch along on this, hashtag Moonlight Sampler SAL, S-A-L. Please join me and tag your work if you're working on it. This is just, I'm not a sampler person. I'm really not a sampler person. And when this came out, I just had to have it, had to start it immediately. I mean, you got a sloth, you got a possum, a hedgehog, a badger, a fox, a beaver, the moths. It is just, there's even a bat hanging somewhere. Yeah, there's the bat, right? There's the bat. I love this. I love this. I love this. I love this. And I am keeping it in, I'm using all the called for flosses. My flosses are a bit messy at the moment. Using all the called for flosses. And I have this in a bag that I made with these gorgeous moths on this. I got this fabric off Spoonflower. If you want to know the name of the fabric or whatever, just drop me a comment below. But I got the fabric off Spoonflower. Just has some cream dots inside. And then here is my progress on Moonlight Sampler. I couldn't find the called for fabric, which is a Lakeside Linen Wood Smoke. I'm stitching this on 32 count Winter Wren by Fox and Rabbit. But there is my progress. That is just gorgeous. The camera's washing out the color. There's kind of the color. Let's go back. Yep, there's the color. But it is, yeah, this is that thing where you feel like Wilson looking over the fence. There's my progress. All the called for flosses. The fabric 32 count Winter Wren Linen by Fox and Rabbit. You will definitely need, it's charted for 1/1 on 40 count. And they even say on that you need multiple skeins of some colors. I'm doing it on the 32 count, and you definitely will need multiple skeins of the green, the gunmetal, the bashful, which is the white, and the moonglow. So pay attention. You will need multiple skeins of some of these colors if you're doing it 2/2 on like a 32 count like I am. But that is just gorgeous. I finished up these words down here yesterday morning, and I was going to keep working, but I wanted to get out of the Q-snap and get it pressed and get it ready because I wasn't sure if I was going to make my video yesterday or not. So I will get this reloaded in the Q-snap, and maybe I'll come over here and start on this side. So that is my Moonlight Sampler. Just gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And then the next project I started, this was a stitch along. This is Shelly at Steno Stitches on Instagram. She posted a stitch along for this, and this is a Barbara Anna design, 4 seasons. It's a kit from Nitka Moscow. It comes with a piece of linen to stitch all the ladies in a row on one piece of linen. It comes with the floss, DMC, yeah, I believe it's DMC. And then the 4 patterns, exclusive to Nitka Moscow. Little bag. Nitka Moscow, 4 seasons. As a bonus, when you order the pattern, you get a code on the pattern, and you get 4 companion pieces that go with it. There's like an autumn cat, I want to say a spring dog, and a summer dog, a spring cat, and then there's going to be a winter one released on winter, and I'm going to guess it's going to be a dog since there's already 2 cats. But this is 4 seasons, and Shelly at Steno Stitches on September 22nd, first day of fall, she started the Fall Lady. And I was like, you know what, I'm going to join you. I have this, let me join you. And I started it. I'm stitching it on a piece of 32 count Jobeline fabric from Fantasy Dyed Fabrics on Etsy. It's a one-of-a-kind fabric, and she hasn't dyed in a while, but there's my start on it. I think it looks just gorgeous on this fabric. So yeah, I spent one day and I got all of that done in one day. So I'm gonna get back to her and try to get her finished. And then start winter on the winter equinox. Because that's what Shelly's plan is to start each lady on each season. And this is the flosses, how they come from Nitka. All nice, beautiful flosses for all of them. So that is hashtag 4SeasonsSal on Instagram if you'd like to join us. If you have that kit, you want to order that kit and join us, please join us. It's a fun little stitch. The next whip I worked on, and I got a few stitches in this yesterday. Like I said, I put down Moonlight Sampler yesterday to press it because I thought I was going to be doing a video yesterday. And so I picked this up. I'm trying to find my little card. Oh, this is on 28 count. Picture This plus linen in a colorway Midas, and it's Jardin Privé. Halloween, I'm stitching. And so this is the Midas fabric, 28 count linen Midas. I'm stitching it on. Let's hold it up for you. It is a bright, bright color, but I think everything's working. All the colors are showing. The orange is showing. Let me turn it to the light. There. The orange is showing. The blacks, of course, are just popping. So I love this. I stitched last night the cauldron with the bubbles, the cat. I think I'd finished some words since I last showed you. So I was working on that. Not sure what I want to work on today. I probably might be Moonlight Sampler because I just love it and I want to get it done. And then I also worked on, sorry, I should have had this marked, but of course I didn't. This is in the 2021 Just Cross Stitch Magazine Halloween. And I'm doing Hello Kitty Surprise by the Witchy Stitcher. This is on a piece of 32 count ancient. By picture this plus a linen, just a scrap piece that I got from Brick City Cross Stitch. They have, sometimes she has little scrap pieces. And I did some fill in on the cat's face. The etoile, oh, you can see the etoile sparkles some. The border of the black outline of the cat is etoile, DMC etoile. The candy corn's DMC etoile. The mouth, the eyes are DMC etoile. So it's a little bit of sparkle, but I was filling him in. Maybe I'll fill him in today just to get his head filled in, because I can, you know, don't have to think about that too hard. And this one is also in a project bag just made for me by Just Crossing Stitches with a fabric that I sent her. She's on Etsy, Just Crossing Stitches. She makes beautiful bags. When I didn't have, I needed bags made. I wanted and needed bags made. And yes, I have a sewing room. Yes, I have a sewing machine. And yes, I know how to do them. I have the zippers. I have tons of fabric. I didn't have the time. So I sent them off to Just Crossing Stitches, and she made me some beautiful bags. Absolutely love them. Okay, that was my whips. Oh, I forgot to mention Moonlight Sampler on my Moonlight Sampler SAL. Milka at Mega Stitch 24 on Instagram, and she has a floss tube. Milka at Mega Stitch 24. She's stitching it with me also, and she's doing hers on a beautiful hand-dyed purple fabric that she dyed herself. So I'll just show this again. She's doing hers on a beautiful purple fabric that she hand-dyed herself, and it's looking great. So go check hers out. That's Milka. Her name's Milka, and she's Mega Stitch 24 on Instagram. So I got notes. I should just follow them and read them. So pardon me. Let me look at my notes real quick here. So yes, I mentioned Shelly at Steno Stitches for her 4-season SAL, and Milka, and my whips, and oh, my floss drop giveaways. In my last video, I made some floss drops. And they're like these. I had different, they're just cardstock, and they're different paper. You can write on the back of them. I had 5 packs of floss drops in my last video. Some were Christmas, some were floral like this, some were just contemporary floral. There's a little variety of them. And I had 5 of them to give away. I did draw some names, and the winners are Chris, K-R-I-S-S-R, Chris R. Yesenia Ramirez, Y-E-S-E-N-I-A, Yesenia Ramirez, and Sarah Klein. Thank you for commenting, and I enjoyed reading your comments. Please email me and give me your contact information. My email is in the box below, or you can send me a message on Instagram. I'm a Fiber Freak on Instagram. Just get me your address, and I will get those dropped in the mail for you. Let's see here. Oh, there's another stitch along starting. When I'm going to get into some haul here. In the beginning of the haul, I'm going to talk about the stitch along, and then I'm going to go through some haul. Yeah. I'm like all over the place. I'm not organized today. So I went down to, like I mentioned earlier, I went down to the Cross Stitch Cupboard in Fort Lauderdale and did some shopping, retail therapy on Wednesday. I needed to get out of the house between the windows. We have bad news about a really good friend of ours. Husband and wife couple, both of them have COVID. She's been in the hospital since last week. She was put on a ventilator Tuesday. She's now on dialysis. She's my age. It's not looking good for her, but you know, we're praying for her. Our friend, the husband, high school friend of my husband's, lovely couple. He was admitted to the hospital earlier this week. We're praying he can go home tomorrow if he passes an oxygen test, but he'll still be on oxygen. But our friend, she's not looking good. So we've had a lot on our mind around here between the windows, worrying about our friend. I need to get out of the house, do some retail therapy. So I went down to the cupboard and did some shopping. And I've had my eye on these patterns for a while. I've been checking them out online, but I knew Karen down at the Cross Stitch Cupboard had them because she's been in business for over 30 something years. I think it's 40 or something. She's a long time. She's been down in Fort Lauderdale. And I knew she'd had these, and I wanted to go, you know, support my LNS, support Karen. Instead of buying them online, I go buy them from Karen. Ow, I just stubbed my toe. So I went down and visited Karen, and I picked up some Charley Harper patterns. And this one is catnip. And when I stitch this one, I think I'm just going to do just the cat and leave the bird off of it. And I mean, this here, 2012, and they were celebrating their 31st anniversary at the cupboard. So I think they just did their 40th. And this one is catbird seat. And I'm just going to stitch the little cat. Oh, that's cute. I just realized there's a cat sitting on his head. But I'm just going to stitch this little calico cat for my little calico cat. And I have the perfect project bag I just made of Charley Harper fabric. I picked this fabric up on my trip in June to Colorado. We visited a quilt shop somewhere near the Rocky Mountains. Estes Park. It was out near the Rocky Mountains. We visited a quilt shop. And I saw this Charley Harper fabric, and I have my new adopted little calico spirit, and it was perfect. And so I made this project bag, and then the Charley Harper patterns, I had to have them. I got them, got home, posted on Instagram my haul, and then I saw Jessica at Down Allison Road on IG. She posted that she just bought ordered a whole bunch of Charley Harper patterns. So we were kind of exchanging back and forth, and she is doing a birthday SAL, a birthday stitch along, starting on October 25th, her birthday, and she's going to start a Charley Harper project, and I'm going to join her. So I think I'm going to do this one, and that is on you gotta love them. They're just so contemporary. Even though these are from, goodness, what's the copyright on these? They're old. 1985 is this one. And the copyright's 1982 on, Needlework adaptation. 1992 is the copywork that was unadapted for Needlework. I am going to start this on October 25th with Jessica at Down Allison Road on Instagram, and I'm going to start the little calico cat. I got to find fabric. The flosses should be pretty easy to pull. It's, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 colors. Pretty easy to pull, and I'll pull the flosses for that. Yeah, I'm excited about that. That'll be fun. So if you have any Charley Harper, you've been seeing the Charley Harper, you want to stitch Charley Harper, please join Jessica and myself on, oh, look at that, I just found floss. Don't know which project it came from. I'm glad I found it before the cat found it. Please join us on October 25th for our Charley Harper start. When I know what hashtag she's going to use, I'll share it down below, or I'll share it on my Instagram. Haul. Let's share some haul. I was watching, I was following the Frosted Pumpkin, and they just released their final winter cat. Happy Autumn. And they sent out an email, and it said, send in a picture of your cat, and we're going to pick X number of cats, and we're going to share thread conversion for them. I sent a picture of my little calico spirit. She's beautiful markings, unique markings. I didn't do Quill. He's black, but he's got beautiful eyes. And they did send me an email, and I'm hoping that they share her. So I ordered the Autumn, and I think I might do this one black, like Quill. I'll change it to like a black cat and do his topaz eyes he has. The winter one, I'm going to definitely do that. Keep it as a calico and try to get it to match Spirit's markings more. And then summer, I'll decide if I want to, you know, make it more look like Spirit or Quill, and then spring, whether I want to make it look like Spirit or Quill. So I ordered those because they were just too cute, and they're small. They should stitch up pretty quick. And then when I was at the cupboard, I picked up, oh, my lighting changed. I'm trying a different setup, and I just noticed my lighting changed. And of course, one moment. There's so many remotes here. I don't know which remote. My lighting changed, and I had it plugged into something different. I think I still got good light. It'll work. This was released at Expo. It was Heartstring Samplery hoop. There it is. I didn't realize there was another one about Whip It Good. So I have my eye on that one. I might get that one. But this one is hoop. There it is. And I picked up this 32 count Weeks linen at the cupboard in red. It's this gorgeous, oh yeah, that turned out good. It's a gorgeous red color. And I got these two classic Colorworks Spun Sugar. So I'm gonna stitch it in that. I think that's gonna look great. I picked that up. Now while I'm there, I like to kit up. I like to support my LNS. Because what's going to happen one day is you're going to keep shopping online. And yeah, I admit I shop online too, but you're going to keep shopping online and you're not going to have a brick and mortar store to go to one day and to see the fabrics in person and pick the fabrics in person and get custom cuts of fabric in person without having to buy, you know, fat eighths, fat halves, fat quarters. You can get your custom little piece and it makes it more affordable. So this one is Amy Brooken Designs Bouquetty. And I'm doing that on a piece of Beetroot by Fox and Rabbit, 32 count linen Beetroot by Fox and Rabbit. Trying to get away from this whole lime green Kermit color. To me, it's getting a little old. It's getting a little played out. I want to try some other colors and mix it up, not have everything on this lime green. I do admit I do have some projects that are kitted already on this lime green, but I'm trying to get away from it. I don't need everything on lime green. I don't want everything on lime green. It's time to, you know, there's other colors out there that these Halloween ones will work with. So I got this Beetroot. I think it'll look fabulous on there. The black will still pop. Yeah, that color right there, there's the color. That's the color of the fabric. I also picked up, I'm not a sampler person, but I like Quakers. And I really like these From the Heart little Quaker patterns. This one is Grateful Quaker. And I have a few of these. I just haven't started them yet. And this is a piece of Arbor, 32 count Arbor by Picture This Plus. It is an even weave. So we'll do that on that. It's like a pink, a little green. I picked up Spooky Quaker, which is, I believe it was a market release. In this, I got a piece of Casual Linen Frightful Pumpkin. I'm not sure who the dyer is. It's not written on the thing. We're gonna do it on that. I got the piece that was left on the counter. So it's a big piece, and I'm going to position it, you know, try to position it where I get the pumpkins and the darker area of the fabric and get the black witches up here in the brighter area of the fabric. So do that. These little ones, I'll break these out and stitch these when you know, they're quick stitches. They're not that big, they're quick stitches. And then I also picked up, while I was there, Halloween Quaker. And I got this gorgeous piece of Egyptian Sand, 32 count. It's an even weave Egyptian Sand by Mountain Air Fabrics. There we go. So that'll look really good. And then, yeah, there's quite a bit of haul. It's been a few weeks. I went to the cupboard, I shopped, and had some mail order come in. Okay, my friend Carolyn sent me a picture of this, and it was hilarious. And it's a little, I don't know, it's a little disturbing, but it's hilarious. And I had to get it. It is Pumpkin Carver by Madame Chantilly. And the little mouse is carving into this pumpkin, and he's like happy about it for some reason. This little mouse is riding off with a piece of pumpkin. I mean, it's a little morbid. He's cutting up the pumpkin, and the pumpkin's is fine with it. I think what I'm going to do is just stitch the pumpkin and maybe the boo, because I have, oh, they have it mounted too. I have a pumpkin like this that it's mounted on that I can mount, and I thought it would be, you know, too big, but it may not be. I'll have to do the measurements where I can do it all, and I have a similar pumpkin I can mount it on. But that is just hilarious. The Pumpkin Carver by Madame Chantilly, the mouse cutting into the pumpkin, and he's just like, da-da-da. Funny, funny. I saw this one, Glendon Place, Come Said the Wind. It says a little poem on it. It's a children's poem from the 1880s, and it says, Come said the wind to the leaves one day, come over the meadows and we will play. Put on your dresses, scarlet and gold, for summer is gone and the days grow cold. That is just gorgeous. It's stitched on a Cyprum by Picture This Plus. I have a piece of hand-dyed fabric. I think it's Under the Sea. It's kind of like this color, Anubis, I think it's called. Really dark coppers. I think I'm going to stitch it on that. And then maybe, well, it calls for quite a few skeins of 3 Caron water lilies for this light color and almond. So I may just get the Caron silks. But that is gorgeous. We don't get fall here in Florida. Changing of colors in Florida is the changing of the license plates when the snowbirds come down. That's the color changes we get. I ordered from Victorian Motto Sampler. They had this Autumn in Vermont thread pack. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And then I got three more patterns to share with you. This is Thistles Halloween collection. Very cute. The Needles Notion Bewitching Trio stand-ups. I'm going to stitch these and give these a try. They're just adorable. So that's the Needles Notion Bewitching Trio. And then I got from Sam Sarah Design Studios, Scurrying Squirrel. I think he's cute for fall. And then they have these corns or something down here. What do they call them? Corn. So I guess these are supposed to represent corn. And the way they do them is it looks like you stitch them on the gingham plaid and then you cut them out and stiffen it. And then that gives you the top. So that's really cute. I think that's just adorable with the little Scurrying Squirrel by Sam Sarah. So that is everything. Plans are I think I'm going to stay home today and stitch. I'm going to watch some Flosstube. I've been watching Flosstube, and I just watched a new Flosstuber, Michelle Penny's daughter shares. She's put out like 3 videos so far. She does a lot of smalls. She likes cats, black cats. So do I. So I like to find patterns of black cats now. But she has a lot of nice smalls and finishes that she's done. So that's Michelle over at Penny's Daughter Stitches. I've also recently discovered Heather at Heather North. I guess she was big into paper crafting and has now moved to cross stitch. So I've discovered her channel and been watching her. And a new stitcher a new Flosstubers, new stitcher that I saw is Marty over at Triple M Stitching. So I've been watching her. So I think today, yeah, I don't know, work on one of my whips. Some of them are so close. If I maybe just focused on them for the rest of the weekend, I could finish them, which would be nice, and get them done. So we'll see. Maybe I'll pick one of the smaller ones and focus on it and finish it, and then I'll finish it. I feel like I'm on a broken record. and then get back to Moonlight Sampler during the week, because I just want to get that one done. So thank you for hanging out with me today. Please like the video. Please subscribe. I don't have a giveaway today. If you saw the state of my sewing room, I'm surprised I could get in there to get the stuff out, you know, get to my ironing board to get stuff pressed. It's still tore apart. I haven't put it back together because I'm waiting for inspection. Once they do the inspection, and then I'll put the room back together. So hopefully next weekend I'll be in there putting my room back together and can get back to things and get back to sewing. But please like and subscribe, thumbs up. Thank you for joining me today, and have fun stitching. Enjoy it. Go out there and just enjoy. Watch some Flosstube, be enabled, and enjoy your stitching. Bye, everyone. Have a great week.